Hello and welcome to a video brought to you by Stampin' Sandy at stampinsandyh.com. My name is Sandy. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm going to show you how to make a card using the Circus stamp set, and with the new Hodgepodge hardware on sale this week, excuse me. This card is a ton of fun to make, and it's economical with the big sale. I'll just show you the first card here. This is kind of where it all began. I made this card as a trade or an exchange card for one of my Stampin' groups, and I started out with Circus, Rose Red, Bashful Blue, Old Olive, and I added in some punching with some of the sterling silver hardware, not sterling silver, silver hardware, Hodgepodge hardware, and that's what my card looked like. Well, today when the special came out that the vanilla Hodgepodge was going to be on sale, I thought, you know, that card would be really cute if I could turn that into a couple different colors and add in the vanilla. So with this card, we're going with, again, Stampin' Up! Colors. Rich Razzleberry as one of the new ones. Chocolate Chip, Pumpkin Pie as my other ones. So let me go ahead and show you how to create this card, and then you can make one for your very own. Don't forget about the special. It's a great one. Normally in the United States, price is $29.99 for the Hodgepodge hardware. It's on sale this week for $18.99. You can visit my website if you need a place to purchase. The background of the card is going to be made using the Rich Razzleberry paper, so I'm going to go ahead and fold that in half. So originally my cardstock was 8.5 by 5.5. It's folded now 5.5, 4 1/4. I'm going to use a piece of Very Vanilla 5 1/4 by 4 1/4. All right, actually I should trim that down. No, it's exactly right. 5 1/4 by 4 1/4. Notice it is too long for my Rich Razzleberry right now, but what I'm doing is I'm going to punch off the edge with my eyelet punch. Hopefully you can see this well. I hope that silver doesn't shine back at you too bad. Okay, I'm just going to slide my cardstock in. You slide it all the way to this grid at the edge there. Punch, and you end up with something like that. Now I'm going to line up this very last punch here with the punch on the edge of the silver there, so then that way all of your eyelets should fall into place. Alright, so I end up tearing that little piece off. I end up with some scraps. I'm going to have to get out my garbage can for that. I'm just going to go ahead and lay that piece down for now. I'm going to get out my inks. I have Chocolate Chip, and I also have Rich Razzleberry. So Chocolate Chip, Rich Razzleberry. Also, I have Pumpkin Pie. Set that one over there. I'm going to scoot these off the screen just a little bit so I can leave my card there. This is the stamp set called Circus. There's so many ton of cute circles in there. No words in this set, but that's all right. You're using this set more for elements. So Circus. All right. So I'm going to start with this one right here. And I'm going to go with Rich Razzleberry for that one. And I think I'm going to stamp him like 3 times. Notice how, you know, some of my elements go off of my card, and that's a good thing. That way your edges of your cards look complete. I try my best not to get any of those circles lined up exactly next to each other. That doesn't always work out so well, but usually it works out pretty good. When you're stamping your images in a random pattern like this, you want to start with your biggest images first, because then you can always fill in the cracks with some of those smaller images. Alright, just going to do a couple of those and see how this works out. I'm going to add that little gadget in the Pumpkin Pie. No 2 cards, I'm sure you figured that out. When you're doing a random pattern like this, there will be never 2 cards that are exactly the same. Alright, so I have that piece done for my card that will end up going onto my Rich Razzleberry, but I'm going to wait a bit just to tie that down, and I'll show you why. We're going to go to the little word, I am going to choose Happy Birthday out of Teeny Tiny Wishes, so that's the one. I'm going to get out some scraps. Oh, I have them laying right here. And I am going to stamp Happy Birthday in the Rich Razzleberry on my scrap of Very Vanilla. Ooh, very crooked, but that is just fine because I'm going to grab my small oval punch. I'm using it from the back side, and I'm going to punch that out. I'm going to center that in there as best as I can. Looks like that. Then I'm also going to grab our new modern label punch, and I'm going to punch out a scrap of Rich Razzleberry. And I'm also going to punch out a scrap. I'm also going to punch out with our scallop oval a scrap of chocolate chip. Now all of these pieces together are going to make up our piece for the hodgepodge hardware. I'm going to mount the piece of Rich Razzleberry with the chocolate chip. And the easiest way I found to do this is to put the Rich Razzleberry kind of behind, and it is just a teeny bit bigger than those 3 scallops of the chocolate chip. And just scoot that over just a little bit. Line those up pretty straight, and then see, I just got a little overhang on each side of that, so hopefully that'll work out good. And then this is going to be centered over the top of that. Hopefully, I'm just going to put a little tape on there. That's kind of hard to do, and you'll know it's good and centered when you take your piece of hodgepodge hardware and lay that over it, but sometimes it's not real easy to see until you get to that point. Okay, so lay that on top of there. Grab your hodgepodge hardware. I've used quite a few things out of here already. I'm going to use that little frame, and I need 2 of those brads. Alright, I'm going to check out my frame for my, let's see if it looks centered or not. Looks like it's not too bad. Okay. I just hold my frame on there, take my 1/16 inch hole punch, punch a hole in that side, and I attach the one side, and then I go over to the other side and I attach that one. Alright, add in the second brad, and voila, we're finished. The only thing we need to do yet is put it all together. So I'm going to just use snail on the back of this piece. Alright, that gets snailed to my piece of Rich Razzleberry. Notice by leaving that front piece 5 1/4 this way by 4 1/4 this way that it left a nice edge to that once we use the eyelet edge punch. Couple of dimensionals, because that's kind of nice when you got a little extra thing going on the back side of this. That's not so easy to get stuck down flat. Glue dots are always a choice too if you want it to be stuck down smoothly. And pick a place and stick it down. Alright, I hope you liked my tutorial on putting that card together and showing you a use for the hodgepodge hardware that is on sale this week. As always, visit my website. If you have any questions, shoot me an email. My email address is there. Talk to you soon.